Up, we going live. Going live, family. We going live. The picture ain't pop up, so I don't know what's going on here. Lord have mercy. Let's do it. All right, Spreaker, yo. You know we up live. Of course, you know I explained to y'all why we're not doing YouTube right now. We got to do some work on that. So give a couple of y'all a couple minutes. We're gonna see if this message goes out. Gotta pick that, gotta do that thing. Wake up the scalp, right? Get the blood circulating around the brain. You know what I'm saying? That's what this did. So I love my nappy ass hair. Love it. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I want to say great Umoja to all those that are joining us for the journey. Those that are new, please understand that you need some water. You need your water. All right. You need your glass. And we need to start drinking our water more on a regular basis. We'll get a little bit more into the health as the year go on. Importance of fermented foods, importance of movement, importance of proper breathing. Great Umoja to you as well, Brother Kwame. It's good to see you yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So, especially y'all got to see Brother Kwame when he get upset. He be slapping his hands and shit all over the desk. It's like he be hitting that motherfucking desk so hard. It's like, God damn, is he a drummer? He hit the desk so hard yesterday, I thought it was a drum. I thought he was playing drums. I'm like, God damn, made me jump. Shit, I thought somebody popped off some gunshots at the park yesterday. God damn it, I want to hear the, excuse me, elders, I want to hear the youth. You know what I'm saying? But he was bringing up a very important piece. When we have visitors in our house, it is of utmost importance that we learn how to listen. And you know, like I said, at 50, I'm still learning how to do that. I don't. I'm working on that, and that's something that we have to strive for. You know what I'm saying? Being able to hear each other, even when we don't agree, right? And it's good to have new blood, young blood, new and young, or just new blood, however you look at it, that comes in and might bring in some different opinions. It might be uncomfortable, but more than likely it will raise conversations that will get you to think, that will get you to act, that will get you to build. You know what I'm saying? Because it's where ideas clash, where new things are created. It's where ideas clash, where new things are created. So we need to be very, very clear on that. All right? So the message just went out. Brother Kwame, if you haven't already partook on your piece, please grab your glass. Get my glass wet ready. I got my little bottle of water together. And I need to remind you that you are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Media. God damn it. Lord have mercy. I'm about to hit the table like Kwame in a second. If this goddamn Phoenix don't get up and start doing her job. Anime, please. Okay, let's try it again. You are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Media. This is a Heart of a Simba production. And of course, you know you are now joining us for the Daily Toast. But we strive to blow up those old paradigms. Drink your water. Take your breath and drink your water. Take your breath and drink your water. Take your breath and drink your water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. I think I will. Now lift your glass and drink your water. Lift your glass and drink your water. Lift your glass and drink your water. Lift your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Now move your body, drink some water. Move your body and drink some water. Move your body and drink some water. Move your body. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Now take your breath and drink your water. Lift your glass and drink your water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, drink, move, lift. Breathe, move, drink, lift. Let's stop. All right. At the beginning of the song, it says Mr. Deity. That is the producer of the track that you're listening to right now. So, lift your glass. I want to thank everybody for joining us. Great Umoja to you. Great Umoja. So, a while before I started this show, I was working with a young man who happened to be a producer. He was a rapper and he made his own beats. So, and he sent me a whole bunch of his tracks. And he said, hey, use it for whatever you want, big bro. So yeah. So lift your glass and drink your water. Lift your glass and drink your water. Lift your glass and drink your water. Lift your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. So it's been about a year, and I had the tracks maybe a year and a half before. I was listening to some of his stuff. I mean, his rhymes were dope. You know what I'm saying? And the rap name he went under at that time was Mr. Deity. So all his tracks he would start off with Mr. Deity, right? And then when I heard this shit right here, this track he called Stand Up, I was like, oh man. So I was going between this one and Hotep, and you hear some of the other beats. I got other people that drop stuff for me too, like Chadford, DJ Chadford, and DJ Magic. You know what I'm saying? They would just make beats for me. Like DJ Magic made the beat for my meditation, meditation by the numbers CD, right? I mean, so like I said, I've been mixing it up with hip hop for as a matter of fact, hip hop was a collision of ideas. Where is he from? He's from Columbus. Dude, hey, been here his whole life. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then when I go to the hookah bar, I still run into him. He's doing some other stuff right now. I think he's exploring the Moorish angle. But, you know, it is what it is. So I lift my glass and I drink my water. So, you know, I was sitting up there as I was building the format for the show. I started thinking about how to structure the show. And I'm like, well, how can I encourage people to drink more water? How can I encourage people to breathe more? How can I encourage people to eat a culturally appropriate diet and get involved with movement? And on top of that, raise your glass. What's the best way? What's better than music? So all these times, if you go back, you will see that I'll just be starting the show. And then one day I'll just start saying, drink, drink, drink. And I'll say, oh, snap. And it just so happened that this track ended up, if you ever go to the Spreaker board on your, if you get a Spreaker account, you get a broadcasting board for your computer, for your desktop. And on there you got 2 tracks that you could put up permanently. And one of the tracks that I ended up putting up permanently and not necessarily knowing how to change was Stand Up, because I put Stand Up for when I was doing freestyle, right? So I put Stand Up, not freestyle rap, freestyle commentary like I do every morning. I had Stand Up there. And that is the track that just stuck. And when I started doing the song, I just started developing the song with y'all on this. I let the creativity flow through me, like I said on Umoja. So I want to say great Umoja to everybody, right? Great Umoja to all of my daily toasters, those that get up with me early in the morning and struggle through. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully I'm adding some value to your life. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you know, we're going to come here and we're going to salute these ancestors and we're going to do what we do, right? Yesterday we had a very, very short but powerful conversation with some young people, right? And far as the Tawi village, right? One of the goals that I'm working on within the village is helping bring more young people. You know what I'm saying? Now, I failed yesterday, but Sister Tiandra picked up the blood-stained banner and marched forward, and she brought 3 young people, you know what I'm saying, to the meeting for the Per'Ankh. And we had a nice little conversation. Got uncomfortable a little bit, but I love that shit. You know what I'm saying? At least this type of uncomfortableness, you know, because it's more like people coming and questioning it, and which is beautiful, right? What I don't like is when motherfuckers trying to take over. I don't, you know what I'm saying? That shit I cannot and I will not accept. You know what I'm saying? You know, express your opinion, motherfucker, as a visitor. I appreciate that. Express your opinion. You know what I'm saying? But don't kick your shoes off. Trying to make yourself at home, trying to take over. That's where I have a problem. You know what I'm saying? But you know, people come, you got certain people that come with the respectful questions. You got certain people that come, and those questions are good. I mean, even in your own home. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you need, how can I put it? You need the questions. You need the questions because oftentimes the answers that we are seeking come in the questions that we ask. We have a problem when we got individuals that know so much that they no longer have to ask questions. You know what I'm saying? Like how and why. You know what I'm saying? We, like I said, a lot of times we get stuck in the what and the when. You know what I'm saying? And the what and the when only wins money on game shows. Let me say that again. The what and when only wins money on game shows. But the how and the why produce industries. The how and the why, you know what I'm saying, lays out strategy. The hows and the whys answer the most critical questions of life. You know what I'm saying? So, we got to be around people that sometimes might ask the what's and the whens, right? But then those good conversations come when the people say, ask how and the why. Why are we in this present state? If we built the pyramids, if we dominated the world for so long, how did we get in this position? Why? Sister T, thank you for bringing the brothers and sisters to our temple service yesterday. You bring such exciting energy. I have nothing but love for you, sis. Thanks. And sis, what in the hell is that at the end, Kwame? Is that? Uh-oh. All right. I don't know what that is. All right. But hey, you know what I'm saying? So the energy is real, and the movement is in process, right? And that's one of the pieces that a lot of us have problems with, is understanding that it's a process, and it's a never-ending process. So we will constantly be evolving, and when we get stuck, the ancestors in the crate, I don't know what that mess is. Okay. All right, I thought maybe you was going into the netter on me real quick. I said he done caught that old African spirit, as Dr. Kelsey used to call it. He caught that spirit. It says Tinsin Rashdavasdar Moratats Yatak. What the fuck? I'm like, oh man. I think I pronounced that shit pretty good. You know what I'm saying? But the whole piece is, you know what I'm saying, we got to do it. And that's unity. Because the one piece that I constantly stress to people is that we don't have to agree to be in unity. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to agree on every point in every period. You know what I'm saying? I got one day I was talking with Lady J, and Lady J said, so it was something along the lines of how we got to agree. I said, baby, we ain't got, you know what I'm saying? We're not even in the same book. I said, baby, we ain't got to be in the same book. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I'll be satisfied with most motherfuckers being in the same library. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the issue. We have such an extensive issue that we have to be wise enough to hit it from many angles, which means we gonna need many different people with many different views, right? We're gonna have those who gonna need to be like, yo, we need to work with everybody. And we need those to be like, fuck that. No, we don't have to work with everybody. Look, you do your thing, I'll do my thing. We'll meet at the crossroads, right? See, because we have the problem, the hydra that we are facing has many heads, and it's foolish of us to think that by taking off one of the heads that we're going to win. No, we got to do like the mythic heroes did. You know what I'm saying? In one story, in order to beat the Hydra, because every time Hercules cut off one head, two heads would grow. So what he had to do was he had to cut off the head and then grab this motherfucker by the neck and burn that shit so it wouldn't grow another head. Then he would move to the next head. Right? You know what I'm saying? Imagine if multiple heroes was attacking it at the same time. if multiple heads were attacking at the same time, every time they hacked off a head, two would grow. They would have to come up with a strategy to work together in order to stop it. So one might chop off the head and burn it. The other might chop off the head and do something else. Throw acid on it. I don't know. Another might just blow up the heads. You know what I'm saying? So, we don't all have to necessarily agree. The goal is to get finished or to at least get started and establish a strategy that can be worked. That's culturally appropriate. That's the only thing I'm asking. You know what I'm saying? Because peace has never been unculturally appropriate for us. We have always been peaceful people. We have always strived for peace. In our culture, we have the right of dissension, which we're going to talk about soon. And, for those that don't understand, the right of dissension was, if I didn't agree with everybody, I just went somewhere else and started my own shit, which is one of the problems that we have, so the shit that we're dealing with in many instances is not new. This is something that has been passed down through our people for a very long time. This is why we got so many churches. This is why we got, you know what I'm saying? And other cultures, they don't allow this shit. But in our culture, we allow the right of dissension. I don't agree with this shit. Who else don't agree with this? All right, pack up your shit. We'll start another village over there. You know what that's called in other cultures? It's called treason. But in African culture, we did that. We allowed that, right? And that's something that we really have to look at. You know what I'm saying? Because in looking for everybody to agree, what start to happen is, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's not going to agree. You could pick any subject, history, economics. You know what I'm saying? But one of the things that we have to work on is tying ourselves so close to each other that we have to be able to tolerate the differences and not necessarily splinter off. Because it was in the splintering off that kind of helped us with the downfall. You understand what I'm saying? It's like our virtues were used against us. Our virtues were used against us. It goes back to the goddamn cats, right? At one point in time, when the Assyrians, I think it was the Assyrians, was trying to take over Egypt. No, it was the Babylonians, I think. With the war with Egypt, they saw that the reverence that they had for cats was so strong that they started raising cats for battle. So that when they hit the battlefield, they let the cats go, knowing that the Egyptians would not hurt the cats. They came right up behind the cats and whooped, I won't say Egyptians' ass, because I'm quite sure that was them, you know what I'm saying? That was a period where we might not have been totally in charge. You know what I'm saying? Because I would have said killed, well, I don't know. But this is why you hear Brother Hajim say, kill the cat. What is the cat? You know what I'm saying? What is the sacred animal that is coming towards us that we will not touch? You know what I'm saying? It's a metaphor. The sacred animal that is coming. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to put the sacred animal on an altar and sacrifice that motherfucker. Sometimes you got to kill the sacred animal. What is the sacred animal that is being used against us now? Metaphor. Right? Our virtues are some of the sacred animals that are being used against us. People have been around us long enough to know our nature. They know what is uncomfortable for us. So they use it against us. So family, what I'm saying is, hey, wake up, get your water, let's toast. It's almost time. Hold on. I'm almost done with this water. I ironed a little bit, so that's why, I'm kind of hyped, because I did several shirts. So all I got to do is do the pants. The pants is cakewalk. Kemet was well in its decline by the time. That's what I'm saying. So that means, what you're saying is, that means that we were pushed down south. So in a sense, Kemet was on its decline, but Egypt was on its rise. You understand what I'm saying? So because it was West Asians that had the incursions and the mixed groups, the how they say it, the Afro-Asian was up in that motherfucker when they came through. So they took what we had and took it to such a serious point that you could let the cats run and we wouldn't kill them. You know what I'm saying? Or the people that was there wouldn't kill them. But I dare you to try that shit with Tassetti. I dare you to try. I dare you to try that shit with the Nubians. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. Lord have mercy. No, it wouldn't happen. Wouldn't happen. Matter of fact, never happened. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm correct, the only thing that conquered Tassetti was religion. That's it. But you know, once the religion get in there, and we gotta be clear about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like the strategies that we use against us. You know what I'm saying? Since we always lifted up the Creator higher and made the Creator, in a sense, part of our community. You know what I'm saying? Take control of the God, you take control of the people. All right? So we got to be very careful about. There's a lot of stuff that we have to really sit down and we have to really, really talk about and remaster. This is why I keep on saying become symbol literate. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that our children are symbol literate. So the symbols can't be used against us. The ideas and the signs can't be used against us. Right? You know, because like last night, I was watching brother by the name of Young Pharaoh and General Seti. They went in on the Nation of Islam. I think it was like on Kaumba, maybe Nia or Kaumba night. They went in, right? But then they start getting into the signs and the symbols. So they start, you know, because this is one of the things that kind of get me. When they start going into how people are holding their hands, people pointing, and people shaking hands, right? So at that point, anytime you shook somebody's hand, anytime you stood and held yourself in a certain way, the motherfucker could claim that you were the enemy because supposedly the enemy has controls of all the signs and symbols. What? You know what I'm saying? I can, because a lot of stuff I can hear, but when we get into going into that deep, where you call the motherfucker in a pincher, taking a pose, posing with his arm folded, or posing holding his hands, or got caught shaking somebody's hand, or pointing out into the crowd, that is not proof that this individual is, in a sense, under the enemy control. That is not proof that an individual is sending signs and symbols. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, there's Masons in the crowd and boom, boom, boom. But there's a lot of people that do things. I remember one time when my brother Pinocchio was alive, we toasted him, he was a Mason. So I was sitting at the table talking with him, and I made a sign, right? I did this. Because we was in a conversation, and I didn't want to say what the fuck I was thinking. So I did this. And he said, that's a Masonic sign. I'm like, no, ain't no motherfucking Masonic sign. You talking about? You know what we talking about. He said, yeah, I know. But, all right. You know what I'm saying? But that shit is not Masonic. This shit is a universal sign of, I'm going to kill you. Right. You know what I'm saying? Playing off people's ignorance. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of shit that we will read into and get into conspiracy talk where it's like everything. See, because and the danger of that is that you make our people feel helpless, hopeless. helpless and hopeless, because everything is conspiring against you, even God. And this is why some of our young people look at what the fuck we doing and be like, why can't we just get along? You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times you don't have time to be like, baby, we did that already. We attempted that shit. We attempted to get along. You know what I'm saying? We figured we had plenty of land. We figured that the land didn't belong to us. We was willing to allow motherfuckers to build castles on our land. We was willing to allow motherfuckers to come in and live with us and live next to us. Whether we talking about Native Americans or we talking about Africans or we talking about Polynesians, we did that shit. We tried to get along. You know what I'm saying? Hell, even through slavery, we tried to get along. We, you know what I'm saying, praying for motherfuckers to change their hearts. We tried that shit. You know what I'm saying? Hell, we tried to go into our own place and do our own thing. We tried that shit. We tried helping motherfuckers fight their wars. We tried that shit. You know what I'm saying? We tried to build up economically and do for self. We tried that shit. But at every turn, you know what I'm saying? Every time, motherfuckers revealed who they were. Man, at one point they had our brother Nomo being part of a conspiracy. Man, who are you telling? You know what I'm saying? You know, because for a minute, Nomo was wearing the fez and the thing. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't with him on that one. You know what I'm saying? But shit, individuals grow, they change. And who am I? After all of the work that he put in, who am I to even argue with him? See, because that's one of the points where we get. You know what I'm saying? He has done nothing to hurt black people. And if that was the path that he chose, then, you know what I'm saying? Go in peace, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's still my man. Still my man. But I ain't necessarily agree with that shit. But, hey, that's where it was. And he was still building. And he was still, you know what I'm saying? That shit still kept him moving. And that's what I was with. That's what brought me, you know what I'm saying? That's the part of it that I like. So if he needed me to do security for him, guess what? You got it. You know what I'm saying? You got it. So we got to be clear, family. You know what I'm saying? We have to look through our history and see for our young people, we got to walk them through so that they can see that we have tried. We done did the peace thing. We done did it all. You know what I'm saying? Listen, everything other than war, there's not one strategy. We became better Christians. We became better Muslims. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we educated ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We paid taxes and received absolutely nothing for this shit. We didn't even get the protection of the law. The police officer who was extracting money out of my motherfucking paycheck is the same motherfucker that could actually kill me. We done tried everything, every strategy. You know what I'm saying? So, then also I was looking at something else, and this because I know this one gonna get Sister Navita. Welcome, Sister Navita. You ready to get mad? You ready? So I'm looking at and I'm seeing that black folks are spending $1.7 trillion. We have $1.7 trillion in spending power. Gotta take a sip of water on that one. Hold on. $1.7 trillion. Right? Spending power. Power of a consumer. Now, I want to stress the point that before like the 1950s, being called a consumer was an insult. Now, question I got to ask is, what is white spending power? How much is it? how much is Asian spending power? You know there's nobody else's spending power. You know nobody else discussed their spending power. So, if we take 1.7 billion and we divide it by 40 million, no, 1.7 trillion divided by 40 million. Now, I want y'all to see how brilliant Kwame is. Kwame, 1.7 trillion divided by 40 million. 1.7 trillion in spending power divided by 40 million people. That's us. The video, you probably could do that too. $1.7 trillion divided by 40 million people. I'm almost done. I'm giving y'all a second. Don't be cheating, Kwame. I need you to do this in your mind. Don't be cheating. Come on, Sister Navita, get that calculator out, girl. Give it to me. 1.7 billion divided by 40 million black folk. Time for the toast. I'm going to give you a little bit more time to do the math. Right now, we are on Umoja, the day of unity. The demonic principle of the day is truth. Color is violet. Hermetic law is mentalism. Male name for the day is Kwojo. Female name is Adwa. All right? Or my fault, Ajua. Right? From the 7 emotional emancipation circles, principles, and values. Today, in Wolof, we're looking for the principle of Taranga, sense of hospitality, the Khan ethics, truth, traditional Yoruba, today, Suru, which is patience, roughly 200,000. No, it's a lot lower than that. It's lower than that. 40 million. 1.7 trillion divided by 40 million is somewhere around 40,000. 40,000. Somebody out there do the math. Somebody grab a calculator. Because he closer than I was. Because I was thinking up around that until I pulled out, until I Googled that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's dope. Now I can throw a math problem out and Google be like, 42,000. What? So what? $40,000. Now, I'm wondering in his income, is this disposable income? So what they're saying is that with between the 40 million of us, there's $40,000 that we got to waste. Between 40 million. Now, I'm going to be personal. I don't know. She got 42,000. I don't know any black folks with 42 grand laying around. And this is 42,000 per year. I waste a lot of money, but I don't waste $42,000 a year. And I don't know too many black folks around me that are wasting. They wasting a lot of money. But I don't know any around me that's wasting $42,000 a year. And I'm wondering, is this disposable income, right, that we're talking about, or this spending power that we have? Are we counting rent and that shit? Are we counting car payments and that shit? I mean, like shit that we need to survive. Is this part of the spending power that we're supposed to be redirecting? You know what I'm saying? Because 42,000, you know what I'm saying? We look at the average. What is the average amount of money that the median black person makes? I don't have access to my Google. Somebody give me that. What is the average income of an African American? And I want to make sure we're specific on that, because I don't want other people fudging up the stats. But I guess we're at a point now where, you know what I'm saying, like I said, they done watered us down so damn much that right now it might be a little bit high. But what is, can anybody Google for me, what is the average income of the black family, or the black of a black individual, right? Because 42,000, because what this is saying is 42,000. It's like between the 40 million of us. Yes, about $4,000. I lost track of my zeros in my estimation. It's 42,000. It's you 10,000 off, right? You 10 off, right? So if the amount of expendable income is $1.7 trillion, and then when you divide that by 40 million of us, and you get 42,000, I have to ask the question, is this expendable income, or is this the income that we're bringing in? Period. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about no cigarettes. I ain't talking about no alcohol. I'm talking about survival shit. Like shoes on your feet. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the issue. I don't know too many black folks with 42 grand. Now, the only ones that might have access to that type of money is the ones that was raised between the 40s and the 70s. Because that was the group that was making the most money out of all of us right at this point in time. Even when you look at some of these so-called ballers, when you compare their income dollar per dollar for the actual value of the dollar, we got a certain segment of our generation, I think it's like the boomers, they call them the boomers, that have money stacked, and that's for retirement. Are they counting that too? You know what I'm saying? Because the point I'm trying to make is that there's illusions that's been thrown out on us, right? That, oh man, you know, we kind of shiftless and shit. But when you look at it, we know for a fact, family, and I know this is going to hurt a lot of us. Well, actually, it might inspire. 85% of us is doing what the fuck we supposed to be doing. At least American-wise. Trying to work. You know what I'm saying? Staying out of 85%. 85%. And I wonder if that 85% is even seeing $42,000. As an individual. Now that's because that, you know, if we look at the income, more than likely we're gonna come up with the income of an individual. But then let's throw a couple on there. Are they making $42,000 in expendable income? Hell, let's look at some families. Do they have $42,000 in expendable money? I'm just wondering. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, these are some of the illusions that's thrown out for us and shit, right? We have to really start doing our own calculations. Like, for example, we in Columbus, we have a sample group, right? It's called the Tawi Village. And it's called individuals that come to our events. We are able to start gathering some statistics so that we could really get a view of black folks' lives, rather than having these motherfuckers in these universities throwing out shit to us that got us thinking that, damn, we must be shiftless. We got $1.7 trillion to spend and we're wasting this shit. When in fact, when you really look at it, family, I could be wrong, but there's nobody on this call, and nobody that's probably going to get on this call that got $42,000 every year to just blow. I think the quote comes for black collectively, not income that isn't expendable. The article quoted 1.7 trillion. So are they now? What they're saying is, but it's 1.7 billion in what type of income? Is that because now what I'm trying to say is, if that's the spending power that people are talking about, how in the hell are we supposed to live? So how much of that is expendable? After you take out the rent, after you take out what you owe for the car, and some of the shit that you need to function in this society, out of that 1.7 trillion, how much is actually left for us to get busy? See, the fact of the matter is they have put a figure out there that kind of got us confused, to kind of get us to think that we're not, in a sense, enslaved. Because shit, you know, I missed my job for 3 days. I can't pay rent. And I know I ain't the only one in that boat. I ain't allowed to get sick. I don't give a fuck if I got insurance. I can't really, you know what I'm saying? I got to suffer through it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see me with my neck. You know what I'm saying? Shit, if I had expendable income, I'd go to a chiropractor and have him crack that shit. But no, ain't no shit. No. You know, I don't got no 42,000. And if my 42,000 is out there, I want my money. I want my daddy records. You know what I'm saying? All right, so I got a little bit of this ambrosia left. We're gonna pour this toast real quick. So if it's 1.7 trillion, family, if it's 1.7 trillion and that's total, we really need to be asking this question. If the median number for that is $42,000, right? How much above poverty is that? Especially in this day and time. You know what I'm saying? And then, honestly, you know what I'm saying? How many of our friends is making $42,000? I got a few. I must be honest. I have a few. Just a little bit over 42,000. Right? So, somebody somewhere, because I know a lot of, I know if we looked at the median income, I know it's not $42,000 for black folks. So, that brings up questions. Them questions I was talking about at the beginning of this conversation, it brings up questions. What in the fuck are they talking about? And then why don't they ever talk about the spending power of other people? The only ones that we talk about spending power is black folks. And what does spending power mean? This means that it's money that you consume. Not money that you build shit with. So next time, we need to start checking people when they start jumping on our people, talking about, y'all wasting $1.7 trillion a year. Niggas, rent waste. You know what I'm saying? It's car payments waste so I can get to my motherfucking job. You know, I mean, really. You know what I'm saying? Is my phone bill money a waste? Then if my phone bill money is a waste, then that means I can't watch your black ass sit up here and tell me how I'm wasting money. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Because some of these motherfuckers is just getting out. I mean, we getting out of hand with some of this shit. I'm just throwing up the glass, calling on the creator by whatever name you choose to call the creator. We lift up our glass and we salute and we say, Ashe. I know I'm running over this morning. Woo! Call the creator by whatever name you choose to call the creator, right? So we lift up the glass, we say Ashe, get into the list. We call on our personal ancestors, all of them. We got the list. Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert the Texana Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilley, Georgia William Walter, Chris and Fanny Gaston, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fee, Cleveland Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvira Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis. Okay, cool. Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallar, Montague Pimenel, No More X, Pet Maya Ra, Malika Fakur, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., Jay Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pulliam, the Luxor brother, Miss Edith Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Carol Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Triggs, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Randleman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Carolyn D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge, Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Worrell, Ovita Farmer, Agosa Sue, Shell Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Deolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica, Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keachler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankston, Mary Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, Essie Johnson, Delrita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry Worrells, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Imhotep Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Delma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey and Eleanor Howe, Frank and Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy. We have Brother Renee, salutes Brother Joe Davis. We have Timothy Butler added to the list by Brother Allende and Sister Jill. We have Brother Anubis. Brother Anubis adding to his list Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles. We got Sister Tiandra adding Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr. We have Deshaun Sensenball, saluting his mother, Jennifer Sensenball. We have Hazel Gatson added to the list, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaneko Parsons. All those are added to my list. We got Sister Aisha, saluting Stacy Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown. We got Miss Ford, saluting Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth and Paul Cox, Ronald Irving, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson. We got Dr. D, saluting Dan Wilkinson Sr. We got Sister Jackie, saluting Emma McClendon. We added to the community list Jerry Doyle, Amina Robinson, Patricia Williams, and Shabaka Touré. We got Sister Madonna, saluting Donna Hill and Richard Gleavis, her parents. We got Sister Cynthia, saluting Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boyd Irby, Jim Cochet, George and Haley Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead. We got Sister CeeLo, saluting Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Brother Santana, saluting Aunt Becker. We got Elder Greg Arnold. We got Elder Greg Arnold, saluting Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed. We got Sister Shelley I, saluting Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball, Vernon, Bradley, Kim, Janie, Harriet Tubman Cates, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Hatch Sr., Mally Miller, Housie Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson. Quabana salutes Alex Nixon, Elder Bowie salutes John Bowie, Elder Cedric salutes Lester and Rachel Sanders, Janelle Ross salutes Aretha Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes. Elder Ori Pianki salutes Neely Johnson and Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott. Charlie Stevenson, salute Vivian Stevenson. Sister Cassandra Holloway, salutes Mona Ann. Elder Phyllis, salutes Martha Ford Dawson. Big Mama, Nana Harris, Eva Ford, James Hairston. Sister Enya, salutes Margaret Towns. Mary Williams. Sister Heather, salutes Leroy Q. Heath, Sr. Pata, Capshaw Moore, salutes Albert Moore. And Yeye Motley, salutes Miss Vanilla, Albert Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Erlington, Houston. All right. So we ran through those ancestors. We lift up our glass and we say Ashe. From their family, we move on. From our ancestors, we salute this moment, because in this moment is all of our power. And we're going to start gathering up our power. We're going to gather up our intuitional power, our mental power, our emotional power, our spiritual power, and our physical power. And we're going to apply all of it to the moment. Right? We'll apply all. We're gonna make this the best moment of our life, and we lift up our glass and we say Ashe. From there, we salute our children, our children's children, on to infinity, and we toast them now so that they will be able and be of the right mind to toast us later, and hopefully they'll be toasting us in a good way. They'll be toasting us, talking about the victories that we have scored for them. So we lift up our glass. You should have been estimated by 2 times 10 to the 1, 4 times 10. So he broke it down to where he estimated. See, got that mind working. I won't even charge you for that, Kwame. Won't even charge you for that, right? So we salute our children, our children's children, on to infinity. The unaging one, Miss Tiandra, has entered the fray. So we lift up the glass and we say Ashe, right, to our children, our children's children. Last but not least, family. No, this ain't last. We salute all our relations and we lift up the glass. Last but not least, I toast you, each and every last one of y'all. I thank y'all for joining me. I'm running kind of late, but because I iron my shirts, I can kind of relax a little bit, right? Before I get dressed. So we lift up the glass. We salute. I salute each and every last one of you, whether you're here live now or you catch me later. I just ask that you like and share. From there, family, I am out. Out. And great Umoja to you. Right? This is Brother Hatim and family. I am out. Y'all have a great, marvelous, and prosperous day. I toast and we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. I wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. Let me taste this ambrosia so I can let y'all know what I'm gonna do. Oh, it's mature and nice. So I'm gonna go down there and open up this batch and see how it's doing. That came out. That's a lot better than yesterday. I smell, oh my God, in one night. Oh man. One night. I guess they know what I was thinking about. See, because like I said, these scobies are connected to us, right? So I said, I tasted this batch. And I was like, yeah, this SCOBY about to become some fertilizer. And I guess they heard me because they're like, oh shit, oh, all right. Increase the honey consumption. That's all right. That's all right. All right. Sorry, family. This is Brother Hatim, and I'm out. All right, Speaker, I want to thank y'all for joining me. We are almost at an hour, so I'll let it click over. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Do, do. Boom, boom. All right, speaker, I want to thank each and every last one of y'all for joining me. And with that, we're out.